This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.
We tested.
Oh, what was that?
And this is my motorhome, The Beast.
We listened. We challenged.
No, that's fine.
We experienced. We travelled. We had fun. We are Motorhome TV. Motorhome TV is brought to you by real enthusiasts, including Peter Vaughan. For the last 18 years, Peter has been editor of What Motorhome magazine and is now also road test editor of MMM, Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine, and is now such a respected expert in the motorhome world that manufacturers ask him to review their prototypes to help identify any potential problems before putting them in the showrooms. Buying a motorhome is a huge commitment, so to help you make the right decision, Peter puts one of the latest models to test each week. This time, it's the hugely popular Marquis Majestic 120 motorhome.
Today we're looking at the Majestic 120, a dealer special edition van built exclusively for Marquis Leisure by Eldis. And what a super little compact thing it is, at just under 6 metres long, but crucially narrower than a typical coach built at 2.14 metres wide. And being a special edition, it comes very highly specified too, with things like the awning, the alloy wheels and the silver cab all as standard. Now let's take a look at the layout inside. The wheel system does your hot water as well, and you'll be completely independent if you want to be, because you've got a shower and cassette toilet. Shower does need to use a shower curtain, so perhaps not one that you'll use regularly, but if you are camping wild, you have got the option. This is only a small van, so with a lot of equipment in the kitchen, your storage for cereal packets and so on is probably going to overflow into these top cupboards, but you've got plenty of those, so no worries. What you have got is loads and loads of kitchen kit. Oven and grill, 3 gas burners and a mains hot plate, microwave when you're hooked up as well. The sink's got a little removable draining board, and you've got a worktop flap to extend the workspace as well. But what I really like is this little serving flap over here. What a neat feature. It's a winter's day, but you feel nice and cosy in this motorhome because for a vehicle of this size, you've got a lot of space to relax in. These settees are long enough to act as single beds, as long as you're not too tall. In the daytime, they give you plenty of room to relax too. Plenty of room to enjoy a nice cup of coffee. You've got windows on 3 sides, so you can enjoy the views of the Norfolk countryside, more daylight coming in from above. And there's just, well, there's plenty of room to even put your feet up. Even though this is very much a 2-berth van, it's nice to have a second seating area, so if your partner's fast asleep at the back, you can come up the front. You've got the swivel cab chairs, big over cab sunroof with lots of light in the front as well. And even somewhere to rest your coffee if you've got the worktop flap up. The cab includes reversing camera, sat-nav, automatic air conditioning, all that sort of thing as standard. And even on a day like today, when it's only a couple of degrees outside, the Whale Complete Heat system, the new underfloor system, 4.3 kilowatt output, and you can run it on either mains electric when you're on a campsite or gas when you're parked up in the middle of nowhere in Norfolk like this.
Motorhoming appeals to people from all walks of life, and many buy a motorhome to give them more chances to explore new areas, such as Roger Watts and his wife, who bought the wrong campervan first and then found the right one, and they've never looked back since.
Try before you buy, and also buy it for yourselves. Well, my wife has always wanted to do motorhoming. For myself, I felt that I really didn't want to do it. I'd rather spend time in a hotel and get people clearing up after me. But I was reading our local newspaper, found a T20 VW with a Devon conversion for about £3,000, and I thought, well, that'll good for a bit of a gamble on that, so we could have a go at that. So we tried that van for about 18 months. It leaked on my wife's side of the bed, and the only problem with it was that, being so old, it cost me nearly £4,000 to keep it on the road. So we thought, well, we better get rid of this and get something a little bit better. So next time we were looking at something that we could have a table up front and a bed that we could put down and leave down when we're on various sites. So we went to the NEC about 2 years ago and had a look at this van. So I said to my wife, well, if he comes back with a price that I'm thinking about, then we could do it. So he came back with exactly the same price, which sort of put us in a dilemma really. So we thought, okay, we'll have this van. We had it for a week before we went to Spain. So we dashed off to the mother-in-law's, who's got a bigger drive, to try it out for a night so that we got used to the whole thing, being a bit slightly different van than we're used to. And we found that the sink waste came away. So we had just about enough time to get to the agents so they could do a temporary fixture on the sink. So after that we were quite happy and sailed off to Spain and spent 4 weeks in Spain in this van. Travelled about in France and Spain, and Portugal and Germany and Italy, and we have intentions of going to France again this summer. The favourite thing about it is the dinette. The dinette and being able to keep the bed down, that we can have the bed down all the time. We don't have to make the bed up. In the other vans we've had, in the Windrush, you had to make the bed up here in the evening. So that was always a problem or a thing to do. But with this, we can pull up anywhere and have coffee at the dinette, and then we just pull up and the bed's already there, so it's very handy. Buying an auto sleep, though they're very expensive vans to buy, they do come equipped with everything. It has spare wheel and solar panel. I have put some pockets at the back there where we sleep, so we can put books, tablets and smartphones in those pockets. And I also moved the winding handle from underneath the seat to inside the van, so it's handier to get at and it doesn't foul me getting things out of the underneath the back seat. There's nothing much I'd change in this, no. And this is handy size to drive. It's 6.3 metres long. You can just about get it in 1.5 car parking spaces, and it's a very handy van to have, really. These vans are so expensive. I said to my wife that if we had one, we ought to use it at least once a month on a weekend trip locally, because we don't know much about our local area. Having lived there for some years, we still don't know much about that. And we're going to Symonds Yat next week. We're going to Cambridge in the end of the month and the end of May. Then we're also going for another 4-week trip to Spain and France. And then we're going to North Wales in August. So we've got plenty planned for over the summer. So we're happy with this van, so we feel that we don't need another van and won't be looking for another van in the near future anyway.
If you're new to the motorhome hobby, it can be daunting driving onto a campsite when you've no idea what you're supposed to do. How exactly do you level a motorhome or hook up the electric? Well, here we take the mystery out of it all with these campsite challenges.
Good morning and welcome back to Woodland Motors in Ancaster. We're here for the 5th tech challenge of the series. Teams, how are you feeling after last week?
Good. Good.
That confidence is still right up there. I like to see it. So the challenge last week was a little bit more challenging. Are you still feeling good about the next one?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Good stuff, okay. So last week's challenge was probably the most difficult challenge that we've done so far. This week, it's a little bit more straightforward, but it's an essential part of motorhoming. What motorhome is complete without satellite TV? No motorhome is complete without satellite TV. So we want you to set up the perfect signal on your satellite television. Let's find out what you've got to do. So guys, this one's an essential part of your holiday. How are you feeling about this one? Yeah, oranges?
We'll attack it head on. We're nervous.
You're still feeling good about it all, yeah? Good stuff, okay.
Let's get the TV out.
That's TV. Ooh. Okay.
Oh, God.
God, don't break it. I don't even
Yeah, that wouldn't be proper. So, plug that in first. Right, let's get the TV out first.
Good work.
Then I'm going to take the wrapper off.
Do you want some help? Are you okay?
I think we'll be all right, won't we? Got the adapter and the controller there, so hopefully. Okay. So the power cable goes in there. Okay, should we take it inside then?
I believe that's it on there.
That looks right.
You would just put it in there. There's a socket there, so if you want to connect that up, that'd be brilliant.
Aha, instructions, there we go.
Yeah. So you can use a 12 volt if you're on batteries, but. So if we turn it on and stick it to the satellite channel when it's turned on. There we go. So there's the source. You want to stick it to the satellite.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Right. Right, I'm going this side
Okay.
with my tripod.
Undo it a bit and tighten it up. So then I've got to change the elevation so it's the right one for the UK. So this is the right angle for being up in the UK.
Go. This one's south. Yeah, that's fine.
On the MaxView dish, you've got the LMB obviously like on the front, a lot of satellite dishes. We pull that down, and then we've got to change the angle left and right.
Right.
Get it around the right side so get a nice clear line of sight.
How you getting on?
Yeah, just waiting for you.
Oh, brilliant, as per usual.
Make sure it's level, pointing the right direction.
Thank you.
To the aerial
Go to
point.
TV.
Goes into back of the TV, darling.
It's about 29 degrees, that's right. You've got to attach this cable, a satellite cable on the back of the dish.
Oh, this is taking me ages because of my nails. Oh, does that screw on?
Yes, on the TV pop up.
Okay.
All right?
Right, just turn it on now.
Yeah, it's on. It's loud.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
Anything now?
No. No, still nothing.
Oh.
You got your end plugged in.
Yeah. How's that?
Okay, got it.
Have we got a picture?
No.
Oh, dang.
Just going to have to entertain ourselves, hun.
Okay, babes, sounds good to me.
Coming up after the break, we reveal who won this week's campsite challenge. We get Genevieve and Peter to test the latest all-weather jackets, and the wonderful Claire Kelly takes us on a whirlwind tour of Europe with an adventurous motorhoming family.
This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.
Warner Shows have been organising the largest outdoor motorhome and campervan shows in the UK for 30 years. With 9 locations to choose from, 4 nights of live entertainment with various themes and headline acts, a huge display of new and used vehicles to help you choose the right model for your lifestyle, a vast selection of outdoor leisure accessories and hobby essentials, but most importantly of all, something for everyone.
Visit the motorhome experts at Chelston Motorhomes, Wellington, Somerset, a family-run business that has been delivering motorhomes for over 30 years and have built up an unrivaled reputation for quality and customer service. There's a huge choice of quality pre-inspected new and used motorhomes, and all backed with comprehensive warranties. Come along and view our stock at leisure in relaxed surroundings, or find us online at chelstononline.co.uk or call 01 823 662075. We're open 7 days a week.
If you're looking for motorhome or campervan insurance, then look no further than Shield's Total Insurance, the motorhome specialists. We hold the FIFA Platinum Trusted Service Award for consistently delivering excellence, so you can get all of this. So call us today on 0800 980 7021 or go to shieldtotalinsurance.co.uk/TV to get a quote. Shield Total Insurance. Wherever your motorhome takes you, we've got you covered.
So, why is MMM Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine? Perhaps because it's been the market leader for 54 years. Maybe because it covers everything a motorhome owner needs to know. Or because it is written by motorhome experts. And it provides great, inspirational travel ideas and has the most in-depth road tests of the latest models. And it answers all your technical queries, as well as keeping you in touch with everything that's going on in the world of motorhomes. No, actually, it's all of these things and more. MMM, Britain's best-selling motorhome magazine. Get your issue of MMM now at pocketmags.com/MMM or in the shops.
This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.
So guys, well done with the challenge this week. I think it was quite a challenging one though, wasn't it? To set up your satellite TV dish and get a perfect television signal on the television. Greens, how did you find this one?
Well, it took a bit of time, but we were okay with it in the end, weren't
Following
we?
the instructions, we got there.
Yeah, I think so. It did take a while, didn't it? There was a 15-minute time limit and you got there just in time, I think, but the picture was definitely there. So well done, guys.
Thank you.
Oranges, not so good. How did you find this challenge?
We're better with the practical challenges, aren't we?
Yeah,
the technical stuff.
Right
We went over the time limit. We would have got there. It was very clear to set up. It was more user error, wasn't it? We perhaps rushed a bit and we should have read the instructions.
I think you struggled with the instructions a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're a typical bloke, you don't like to read instructions, or?
I thought I knew better, yeah.
As most men do. But as you know, the instructions are always right. So.
Yes.
Unlucky with this one, guys. The Greens were the only ones that got a picture, so Greens, you are our winners this week, so well done. Well done. And we'll come back next week for another challenge. See you then.
So experience once again wins over beginner's luck in this week's challenge. Now let's head over to see how Peter and Genevieve get on with the latest jackets from Quechua. Of course, while Genevieve gets away with a simple test, Peter is sent over to Norway to see just how warm these jackets are in sub-zero temperatures, and sums up his verdict in just 2 words: Genevieve is editor of Campervan magazine and comes from a family of campervan fanatics. Truth be told, she's a bit of an adrenaline junkie with a head for heights. In fact, that need for adrenaline drives Genevieve to test campervan and motorhome accessories to the extreme. After all, who else would test a GoPro camera to its limits by jumping out of a plane with one? Or test the waterproof abilities of a pop-up tent by getting the fire brigade to turn their most powerful hose on it? Only Genevieve.
Hello, I'm sporting the very fetching, as you can see, Quechua Rain 1 500 3-in-1 jacket, this is called. Quechua is the brand of Decathlon. You've probably heard of them, especially if you've been out to places like France, Spain, on the continent. Decathlon stores are huge, great big stores, and Decathlon specialise in all kinds of sporting equipment. They have a massive camping range of tents, all kinds of stuff, and they do a lot of clothing and very competitively priced. So this jacket is $69.99, which is not bad for a waterproof jacket. That's what's appealing about Quechua. Why is it called a 3-in-1 jacket? I'm only wearing 2. Well, underneath you get this first layer. This is a down jacket, so it's super warm. As you can see, it's not attached at this point, so I can wear it on its own. I can just have it as a bog standard jacket. If it's really cold, you've got a zipping system on here, zips into here. This outer jacket is waterproof. Of course, if I didn't want the warmth of this down jacket, I can take it out, and I've just got a waterproof jacket on its own. So that's why it's 3-in-1. You can use it in 3 different ways. When you've got the two together, it will actually keep you warm in down to -8. So it's a substantial winter jacket. It's got all the things you'd expect from this type of jacket. Got things like Velcro sleeves, as you'd expect on a jacket like this, and you've also got these poppers here. Now that is actually for attaching the other fleece inside. There we go. That's just to stop it going anywhere, really. If I was wearing both jackets, we'd just secure that in like so. Waterproof hood there, very fetching. Now you've got, I think, a total of 5 pockets. So you've got the usual couple of hand pockets in the side there, and you've got pockets like these, big mesh pockets there. So I'm wearing the ladies version today, but you can also buy a men's version. So we sent our road test editor, Peter Vaughan, out to Norway, one of the coldest countries around, to really test this jacket in the conditions it's designed for. So Peter did everything you'd want to do in Norway. He stayed in the finest motorhome.
Glass of champagne, maybe?
He went out on the best excursions. He saw the Northern Lights, dined in the best restaurants. We wanted him to really test this jacket as it's intended for. So Peter, what did you think?
Cracking coat.
Yeah, okay, thanks Peter. I guess that says it all. This is the Quechua Rain 1 500 3-in-1 jacket. It's available in men's and women's versions and costs about $69.99.
The freedom that a motorhome brings allows us to get out whenever we want and wherever we want, in the knowledge that we have everything we need in our home from home, as this adventurous family reveal on their first part of their pan-European tour.
So what do you do once you've got your motorhome? Well, you get out there and you start exploring. We join Ryan and Mel as they leave the UK and head to Croatia.
I'm going to say it wrong, but I'll have a go. Rudesheim am Rhine.
Did you do German at school?
No, I did Latin.
Clearly.
Ryan and Mel with their daughter Lois travelled a total of 1,186 miles through rain and heat.
What do you reckon it is? How hot do you reckon it is?
5,600.
Really? That much?
But the views were totally worth it. After a fair old drive, it was time to stop for the night at Le Mont de Briere's campsite.
Hello, so we are cooking tonight at our first night in, our only night in France actually. It's quite hot. That's really hot. I'm really hot.
Oh, stop moaning about the heat. You're abroad. It's only...
Because it's 37 and feels like 42.
The balmy 37 degrees, what better way to cool down than to look at the stars?
So it's so hot
that we've decided we are going to sleep outside tonight.
After a good night's sleep, Ryan and Mel were back on the road again for their journey to Croatia. The question is, where to next?
Where are we going?
Germany.
After driving on the German autobahn, not at a speed of 100 miles per hour, they soon arrived at the Black Forest and made their next overnight stop at Kleinensoff.
Apparently it's got 2 swimming pools, one indoor, one outdoor.
Okay.
There's a gym, nice restaurant, and here's our supermarket.
It's loads to explore. We need to stay longer.
We do.
While in Germany, there is so much to see.
And to go with the most amazing view, we're going to have some classic German food, aren't we? What have we got?
You've got schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
Okay. I've got pretzel. And I've got...
Ooh.
Go on, stuff your faces. Oh, it must be the atmosphere.
It's the sound of music.
Wait a minute, that's in Austria, not Germany. Speaking of which though, Austria is coming up next week, so be sure to tune in.
So we're in Germany still, that's in Austria.
That's Austria, don't forget it.
Coming up next week, we meet passionate motorhomer Jane Cummings, test the very latest Benimar Milio 231, and set Geneve up to get us soaking in her latest accessory test. See you at the same time next week.
This programme is brought to you by Shield Total Insurance, the specialists in motorhome and campervan insurance.